Let me ask you something real. Have you ever felt like no matter how many routines you try, podcasts you listen to, or books you highlight, you still wake up feeling completely fucking lost? Like deep down you know something's off, but you can't name it. So you keep scrolling, keep pretending, keep hoping that maybe one day it'll just click. I know that feeling because I lived in that loop for years. Every day I'd wake up, go through the motions, try to optimize my life. But the truth is, I was just drowning in noise. I didn't have direction. I didn't have clarity. I didn't have me. And maybe that's where you are right now. You've tried the self-help books, which are right now just collecting dust on your shelf. You have watched the YouTube motivation videos that last about 24 hours. You've maybe even considered the idea of working with some certified coach, only to find out they're just repeating the shit you already know. But here's what nobody told you. The real reason you feel stuck isn't because you're lazy. It's because you've been running on a broken system. I mean, think about it. You've been told to work harder, stay consistent, and trust the process. But no one ever taught you how to build a life that's actually worth staying consistent for. It's like punching a GPS and driving 100 miles an hour without even entering the destination. So you grind, you push, you try harder, but at the end of the day, you feel more exhausted, more confused, more behind than ever. And that's not just you. Right now, there are millions of young men walking around with this quiet, soul-crushing anxiety. And I know that because I was one of them. And I've spoken to hundreds who feel the exact same way. They feel ashamed of being behind in life, anxious about wasting their potential, pissed off at themselves for slipping back into bad habits, confused about what they really want, isolated even when they are surrounded by people. And maybe the scariest part, they start to think this is just who they are right now. Like that fire they once had is gone. Like life is just happening to them and not something they have control of. But I want to tell you something that I wish someone told me earlier. This isn't who you are. This is just what happens when no one teaches you how to build a life that's in tune with who you really are. And when that happens, you don't just feel lost. You feel like a stranger in your own life, but there is a way out. And that's exactly what I'll show you in this video. Let me give it to you straight. The way out of this mess isn't more motivational videos. It's not another Grindset podcast. And it's definitely not just pushing harder. The real shift happens when you stop trying to escape your life and start designing one you actually want to live. That's what I like to call value-aligned living. It's not a buzzword. It's not some Instagram trend. It's a way of operating that flips everything upside down and finally makes life make sense. Here's what it means. You build your life around 3 key things. First key being the clarity on your core values, so you know who the fuck you are. Secondly, the emotional resistance, so you can handle the setbacks without crumbling. And the last key is strategic action, so you actually move forward, not just stay busy. Most guys skip the first 2 and go straight to number 3. They jump into action without clarity. Then they try building something real with zero foundation. They install grind before they install why. And then they wonder why it all crashes the moment life punches back. That's exactly like trying to build a house on sand. You might get the walls up, but when the first storm hits, you're done. But when you build on values, when your habits, routines, and relationships all line up with who you really are, that's when everything starts clicking. You wake up proud of the man you're becoming. You stop looking for escape routes. You start living like your life actually means something. This isn't theory. Countless studies, including research from top institutions like Harvard and the University of Pennsylvania, show that aligning your life with your core values and developing emotional resistance are 2 of the most powerful factors for long-term change. When you live in alignment and toughen your mind, you don't just change for a week, you transform for good. But let me be real with you. If you've tried to find your purpose and felt like it didn't work, I get it. I've been there. It's because all that advice out there starts from the wrong place. They tell you to chase goals before helping you to figure out what matters. It's like trying to find treasure with a broken map. No matter how fast you move, you're still lost. That's why this system starts with you, the real you, not who the world told you to be, not the version of you trying to prove something. We strip it all down. We calibrate your internal compass. We build the mental toughness to actually stick with it. And then we get tactical with clear action steps and zero fluff. Just 30 minutes a day. No monk mode, no 4 a.m. ice baths, just honest work that finally moves the needle. And the best part, you don't need to be motivated to do it. You just need to be done living life that doesn't feel like yours. If that's you, you're ready for what comes next. Now, let me be brutally honest with you for a second. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have a coaching certificate hanging on my wall. I'm not some Instagram guru with thousands of clients and a best-selling book. I'm just a man who hit a point in life where I couldn't take my own bullshit anymore. 4 years ago, I looked around and realized this isn't who I told myself I'd become. I was drifting, watching other guys figure it out while I kept pretending I was fine. I was reading a few books here and there, journaling once in a while, but nothing actually stuck. And you wanna know the worst part? I had this voice in my head telling me you should be further by now. That was a real punch in the gut. I wasn't lazy, I just had no systems, no direction. Everything I tried was surface level and none of it touched the real root of the problem. So I went deep. I started studying books, neuroscience, human behavior, masculinity. I stopped chasing shortcuts and went all in on figuring out what actually works. Not for everyone, but for young men like us. Guys who are sick of drifting, tired of false starts, and desperate to build something real. And what I found is this. Most young men don't need more productivity hacks. They don't need another YouTube video telling them to just grind harder. They need clarity. They need alignment. They need structure, not motivation. Direction. And once I built that for myself, everything changed. I created something I call the Aligned Life Blueprint, a clear, simple, proven framework that guides you from that lost, scattered, confused place to a life where every move you make actually means something. I didn't build this system overnight, and I definitely didn't build it for someone else. I built it because I needed it. For years, I tried unknowingly testing these ideas on myself. And you see, I didn't call it Aligned Life Blueprint back then. I just knew what I was doing was working, and it was saving me from spiraling back into the same cycles again and again. Only recently did I sit down, put it all together, and realize, wait, this isn't random. This is a structure. This is a blueprint. So I turned it into something clear, something teachable, something I could give to another man and say, this saved me. And it might save you too. I haven't posted this on YouTube 100 times. I haven't blasted it on Instagram or slapped some fake testimonials on landing page. I've kept this private, personal. But I realized that if I'm serious about this mission, if I actually want to help men who feel how I used to feel, I can't keep it to myself anymore. That's why I'm finally making this public. Not to pretend that I'm a guru, but to offer something real to the man who's ready to get out of the mess he's in and stay out. You see, I didn't build this system to sell some product. Like I told you, I built it because I needed it. And I refined it over 4 years because it kept proving itself again and again. So let me ask you straight up, what if this was the missing piece for you? What if the reason nothing has worked is because you've been treating symptoms and not the root? And what if for the first time in your life, you had a real blueprint, a system that's been battle tested, built by a guy who walked through the fire himself and refined down to its core so you don't have to waste years like I did. Because that's exactly what the Aligned Life Blueprint is. A framework, a path, a way out. Now let me show you how it works. The Aligned Life Blueprint is not a course filled with motivational quotes and generic advice. It's a system, a structured framework designed for men like us. Men who have tried to figure it out for years. Men who are done drifting. Men who are sick of the highs and lows of temporary change. The Aligned Life Blueprint is a step-by-step process I built to finally connect the dots between clarity, discipline, and action. So you don't just feel better for a week. You build a life that actually sticks. Here's what makes it different. We start by discovering your core values, what you actually stand for. No vague vision board, no what's your passion guesswork. You'll go through real exercises that help you finally understand who you are and what matters most to you. Next, we develop emotional discipline because let's be honest, without it, everything falls apart. You'll learn how to handle resistance, setbacks, and doubt. No more restarting every few weeks and no more self-sabotage. Afterwards, we figure out where and how action meets alignment. This is where it all connects. You'll take your vision, your values, and build a plan that's actually sustainable. Not just hustle, not just a to-do list. Daily actions that reinforce the man you're becoming. Then we move on to discovering how progress can build itself. You'll track your growth in a way that's simple, but powerful. And you'll see momentum stack day by day until one morning you wake up and realize you're not that lost version of yourself anymore. Lastly, when you're inside the blueprint, you'll also have the chance to connect with other men on the same path. Not surface level comments or shallow advice, but real conversation, real standards. This isn't a quick fix. It's a long-term shift. The blueprint doesn't give you hype. It's what I wish I had years ago. So let me ask you a question. What would your life look like 90 days from now if you had the structure? If you stopped relying on motivation and started relying on a system? If you stopped asking what to do and started actually doing it? Because that's what the Aligned Life Blueprint is. A structure, a direction, a chance to finally feel like the man you were meant to become. And if you're ready, I'll show you how to start. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of investment does it take to completely transform your life and build a future you'll never want to escape from? Let me be straight with you. There are programs out there charging over $2,000 for coaching or blueprints. I've seen it, bought it, and used it. And I have to be honest, some of them are decent, but most are copy-paste advice wrapped in shiny packaging. But I didn't build the Aligned Life Blueprint to be just another product. I built it because I needed it. And now that it exists, I'm offering it to you. Not to make a quick buck, but because I know what it feels like to be stuck, lost, and done with feeling behind. So no, you can relax. I'm not charging $2,000 for it. And I'm not even charging $500 for it. You can join the full Aligned Life Blueprint program right now for $197. That's it. One payment, no hidden upsells. No fake urgency, just everything I've built over the last 4 years distilled into a system that actually works when you follow it. That includes the full 5-phase Aligned Life Blueprint course, action guides, journaling frameworks, and daily structures, mental clarity exercises and time management systems, real resilience building tools, goal setting frameworks that actually stick, and access to the Brotherhood group if you want connection. Yeah, you heard that right. You just pay once and you have access to a community. Usually people out here on YouTube charge per month to be inside of a community. No, here you just pay once. If $197 feels like a big deal to you right now, I get it, I really do. But ask yourself, how much longer are you willing to feel stuck? How much more time do you want to waste trying to piece together your life through random videos and recycled advice? You have probably spent more than that on takeout, drinks, subscriptions, and dopamine escapes in just the last month. I'm offering something different, something that lasts. And now here's the only pressure I'll give you. Once we hit 100 spots, I'm increasing the price. Why? Because I want to make sure everyone inside gets the attention and support they deserve. I'm not trying to scale this into some faceless program where no one talks to each other. So yeah, when the first 100 fill up, the price goes up to $397. Not to create false urgency, but because I want this to stay real and close-knit while we build momentum. So if something in this video hit you, if you feel that pull right now, then trust it. Click the link, join the blueprint, and start building a life you never want to escape from. Because I promise you, the only thing more painful than being stuck is staying there when you know the way out is right in front of you. Now, if you've been watching this and you're thinking, yeah, this sounds great, but I bought stuff before that didn't do anything for me. I totally get that. And that's why I want to take this even further. Because I'm not here to sell you information. I'm here to hand you a system that actually transforms your life. That's the whole point of this. So when you join the Aligned Life Blueprint, you're not just getting the core program, you're also getting 3 powerful bonuses I built to support you when life tries to throw you off course. Bonus number 1 is the Mental Resilience Toolkit. These are my go-to tools for when shit hits the fan. I'm talking emotional spirals, stress overload, feeling like you're slipping. This toolkit includes techniques I've used to bounce back fast so you don't spiral for days or fall off for weeks. You keep showing up. You stay on track. It's all simple, practical, and you could keep it on your phone. You'll use this way more than you think. The second bonus is the Morning Champion Protocol. This isn't drink lemon water and write affirmations. It's the exact morning flow I refined over the last few years that helped me start every day with clarity and power, even when I wake up tired or anxious. This protocol is short, flexible, and built for guys who actually want results, and not another perfect routine that will break after 3 days. And the third bonus is the Social Power Blueprint. Let's be real, most of us never got taught how to navigate social dynamics with real confidence. This bonus is everything I wish someone handed me when I felt awkward, unsure, or like I didn't belong anywhere. I'm giving you frameworks, mindset shifts, and real life phrases I've used to stop overthinking and start connecting with people on a deeper level. It's not about faking charisma, it's about being a grounded, honest version of you. So yeah, if you counted it all up, that's $251 in bonus tools I could sell separately, but you get them all free when you join the blueprint. Why? Because I want you equipped, not just inspired. But let me go one step further. I know what it is like to invest in yourself when you're not sure if it will actually work. So I'm taking all the risk off your shoulders. Here's the deal. If you go through the first 30 days of the Aligned Life Blueprint, watch the modules, do the exercises, and follow the structure, and you don't feel a real shift in clarity, focus, or momentum, then I'll personally jump on a free one-on-one coaching call with you. Not a group session, not a support ticket, a private call with me to fix what's not working and help you get back on track. And you might ask, why do I do all of this? It's because I believe in this so much. I built the system for myself, and if it doesn't land for you, I want to look you in the eye and personally figure out why it didn't work. I built this to change lives and not to trap people in a funnel. But here's the honest truth. I haven't helped thousands of people. I don't have a book deal or a viral TED Talk. I've just walked this path myself, fully, and I built the exact system I wish someone gave me when I was lost. And I'm offering it to you now. Not because I want to convince you, but because if you've made it this far, you already feel it. You know this might be the moment your life shifts. So click the button, join the blueprint. You've got nothing to lose, but everything to rebuild. And let me be real with you once again. There's a moment in every man's life when he realizes, if I don't get my shit together now, I might never do it. This might be your moment. The Aligned Life Blueprint isn't some mass-produced course I'm throwing to the wolves. I built this for men like you, and I keep it intimate on purpose. Why? Because I want to protect the quality. I want to give every man who joins the attention he deserves. And once the doors close on this round, that's it. We move forward while you stay where you are. You don't have to wait for some imaginary clock. You're already behind. Not because you're lazy, not because you're broken, but because nobody ever gave you a real system for this until now. You have wasted enough time spinning your wheels, slipping back into the same rut. You know exactly what that feels like. And you also know deep down you can't afford to keep doing it. This is your shot to break the cycle. The next 90 days will pass either way, but will you use them to build a life you actually want, or keep wasting them on living a life that you want to escape? And now, with all of that being said, you've got 3 paths. Your option number 1 is to keep pretending that everything's fine. Keep hoping that things just get better. Keep ignoring the voice in your head screaming that you're off track. But let's be honest, you already know where this path leads. Same struggles, same distractions, same anxiety, but you're just being older. Option number 2 is that you keep trying to DIY your life. You watch another podcast, write another journal, go through another half-assessed morning routine. But be honest with yourself. You've tried this already, and if it worked, you wouldn't be here. And the last option is to follow a real blueprint, the same one that I built for myself, refined for years, and now finally turned it into a system you can follow step by step. No fluff, no guesswork, just the exact process to take you from lost to aligned. In 90 days, you won't recognize the man staring back at you in the mirror. He'll be focused, centered, clear on who he is and where he's going. And with all of that being said, the question is, which path are you taking? Before this video ends, I have one more thing to say. Look, I don't know where your life is right now, but I do know where it could be. I know what it feels like to wake up every morning feeling like you're wasting time, like you're living a life that doesn't even feel like yours. And I know the pain of knowing you are meant for more, but not knowing how to reach it. The Aligned Life Blueprint isn't just a program. It's the exact framework that helped me crawl out of that mess and build a life I'm actually proud of. Now I'm giving it to you. $197, one decision, one commitment, and the next 90 days could change everything. But you've got to make that call. Click the button below to join us. Not because it's urgent on my end, but because if you wait, you're the one who pays the price. This isn't just another course. This is a fucking line in the sand that I drew for you. The line you will step over when you're done selling for less. And also, if you're still watching, it means something inside you knows it's time. Don't let another maybe next week turn into another wasted year. When you join today, you also get the full 5-phase blueprint, the 3 bonuses I talked about, the morning protocol, the resilience toolkit, and the social power blueprint. And you also get my no escape guarantee, which is you can go through the program, and if you still feel lost, we'll jump on a free one-on-one call to fix it. This is your window, so take the step that you think is the right step for you.